Hi there. My name is Victor Martinez, and I have been invited to create a video as a second part of a process to become part of this wonderful Principal Academy. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to learn from this experience, and I'm very excited to become part of this learning process. And I think I will be a great asset to this academy to share my experience and obviously to learn from my fellow educators. In this video, we have been asked to discuss different topics, so I will go through all of them. The first one will be how, as a principal, I am going to establish an effective instruction and how it can be supported. Well, I can start saying that I believe in the 90-90-90 rule, which means that at some point under my leadership, 90% of the students will score 90% of the time. And this can be done by having in mind that every student should be able to have access to equal opportunity to all those resources to be successful. And when a student shows a sign of not being successful, we as a team of leaders and educators should come with a systematic plan to address the issues that doesn't allow the students to become successful. In order to create all this plan, I believe that we can accomplish the student success by three goals. The first one will be closing the gap. The second one will be grade level achievement, and the third one will be enrichment. And let me elaborate on that one. So closing the gap, it means that every student who has been promoted to the next grade level and is lacking of a fundamental skills cannot be successful in that grade level. So the first thing we need to do is to close that gap. We need to come out with a plan, with a systematic plan that immediately at the beginning of the school year address every student who's lacking essential skills to close the gap. My second point will be helping all those students who don't have any. Those students don't have any gaps. So what will be the plan for them to be successful at the grade level? And my third point will be all those students who show to be advanced on the grade level. What is the plan, or what can we do to enrich all the students at their grade level? So closing the gap, grade level achievement, and enrichment. All this can be done by a PLC meetings. That's my plan, and to implement a system to ensure that the 3 points that I just mentioned can be actually accomplished. The first PLC meeting will be an RTI system to identify the students with a basic skill deficiency. In this first meeting, we will address all the students who we have already identified or we think that they need some extra support to acquire all the basic skills for the grade level. Okay, the next meeting or the next PLC meeting will be a plan for instruction and assessment. How are we going to address all those issues all those problems that the students have in order for them to be successful at grade level? We're going to come up with a plan as a team, and we will create an assessment that it will help us to ensure that the students are actually learning what they need to be learning. The next meeting will be the data analysis. After we have implemented an instruction and assess the students, we need to analyze the results, the outcome. Are the students learning what they were supposed to be learning in the first round? And that brings us to the next meeting. If the students are not learning what they're supposed to be learning, then we need to start talking about professional development. What is it that teachers need in order for them to help students to be successful? This professional development can be just talking to another teacher, perhaps going to a workshop, or even looking at some videos. There are so many professional developments, and I believe that one of the best professional developments is when we learn from each other. So PLC meetings are very important, sharing ideas, and having in mind that our ultimate goal is the student success. So that will be the instructional plan as a leader. The next point that I was asked to discuss is how to engage staff and how to keep them involved. So my first point will be to have clear expectation. As a leader, it's very important that every single member of campus know what is expected from them. They need to know, and they need to have very clear from day one the expectations or mission and or goals for our campus. The next point, as how to keep the staff engaged, is leading with them and not in above. I believe as a leader, if I'm asking the staff to do something, I'm gonna be there to do it. If they're sweating, I'm sweating as much or probably twice as more. I don't believe in a leadership where people lead from above and they don't lead by example. As a leader, we need to be there. We need to model what is expected from the staff and to be involved in every step of the way. Saying that, the next point as how to keep the staff engaged is an open door policy. If what I have planned for our campus doesn't, because let me say this, as a leaders, we can't please everyone. There are gonna be some members, some teachers, some educators, or some professional staff that won't agree with what has been decided. So my idea is to have an open door policy where I will welcome them and I will hear their concerns, and together we'll come up with a better plan, because I don't have all the answers as a leader and they might have a better idea, and we can discuss it, come out with a plan, because at the end of the day, it's not about me, it's not about them, it's about the students. So as long as we come out with a better plan that will benefit the students, I will always have my doors open. And lastly, professional development, growing is very important. I will encourage every single person under my leadership to always grow, to always learn something new, to always learn new ways to keep students engaged and to make sure that we have student success. The next point is school community connections. Thankfully, nowadays we have technology that aids us to keep people informed. And because of that, parents nowadays, they demand to be informed at all the time. It could be by email, by a website, Facebook, or any social media. So keeping a healthy two-way communication system with parents is the beginning of a great community involvement. Also, I will be present in the community. I will see what concerns are out there, what need of the community from our school could be actually addressed. I believe that being present in not only school events, but be present in our community events as a school is very important to make sure that our campus is part of the whole community. And lastly, the last point is, why do I want to be a principal? I'm very passionate about education, and I learned from the beginning of my career that as an administrator, I can impact in a more global way than just one group. I can impact more than just 20, 25, 30 students in my classroom. I can actually help to create plans to impact a bigger group of students, right? Thank you.